Tanika Harper.
Yeah,
Give it up for y'all. You know, Tanika is not a stranger in the community, and she's a powerhouse by herself. A powerhouse, and oh yes, you are. You are a powerhouse. So let me ask you something, Tanika. What was your desire to become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, that's a great question. I get that question a lot, and for me, it's the same every time, and it's my father. Um, he worked. He had a job, but he had his own business for a very long time. And I kind of think it started when I was around middle school or high school. And not only did I appreciate his love for entrepreneurship, I appreciated his passion and his reason why. And his reason why he wanted to be an entrepreneur was to give young black men in our inner city community jobs. Those who may have been in trouble with the law before or have been maybe, selling drugs. He wanted to give them an opportunity to have a job where most people would not. And so just seeing his entrepreneurial journey, I realized I wanted that for myself. For a long time, it was really just about I want to be my own boss, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But now that as I've gotten older, it's more about freedom over my time, the ability to be able to show up for my daughter's sports events when she needs it, right? So the why has changed a little bit. But definitely my father was the inspiration. And I mean, as you know, we come from a family of entrepreneurs.
We do, we really do. And just to let our viewers know, we are cousins.
Yes, we are.
We're cousins, and what she's talking about with her father, my uncle. I remember what he started with. He started with a red walk behind,
yes, he did.
With a very small trailer, and we were in high school.
And people don't know that lawnmower was borrowed from a neighbor.
Oh wow!
He borrowed that lawnmower from a neighbor to start his lawn care company. Yes, he did.
Yeah. So I mean the story it goes way back. That's going to be another story in itself with your dad, my uncle. I mean, B&B has like really blown up, and you are with B&B as well. You have a lot to do with B&B.
Yeah. So of course it's a family business.
Yes.
So my dad and my brother owns it, but of course we've all, between my mom, my sisters, and I, we've all worked in the business at some point, maybe getting paid and maybe not.
Yeah.
But we have all spent time in the business, and I have been very close and working in the business. So it's been great for me. But like I said, our grandfather owned businesses, our uncles owned businesses, my father owned it. So I almost felt like I didn't have a choice. That's what I tell people. I mean, it was just laid out in front of me that like, this is an opportunity for you. Why not?
Yeah. Like literally, we have. I mean, I don't want to start naming names, but we have a lot of family members that are entrepreneurs. Either they've started, they've had it. It just goes back and forth, and it's just been a blessing for our family to be able to collaborate with each other and support each other in these entrepreneur journeys. So let me ask you something, Tanika. Like I said, this woman here is a powerhouse. How many businesses do you own?
4. So, and not all of those are by myself. So, Shore Foundation, which is a nonprofit, that was my first entrepreneurial venture, I guess. It's a nonprofit founded in 2008. I am the founder and CEO of that alone. But then my sisters and I, we co-founded a facility maintenance company. So that's Elite Facility Maintenance. So that is in partnership with my sisters. I'm the founder of Harper's Naturals. It is a natural skincare company where we manufacture natural skincare products. So I am the founder of that by myself. It is an LLC. And then lastly, in 2020, with a group of other Black women, we founded the Women Foundation, where we provide access to capital to Black entrepreneurs. So I do a lot. I do own 4 businesses, but I can't ever really. I would be lying if I said I did it alone, because I
Right.
don't. And even in the other businesses, there are employees and things. So it's not like I'm out here literally doing 4 jobs by myself. So
Right.
that would be impossible. But yes.
Now the facilities business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how is that working out? Because we hear more about Harper's Natural, the women that you all just that's been in what 2 years?
2 years. Mm-hmm.
And so in the Shaw Foundation, but the elite, how's that going?
So we have had to pivot a little bit. The pandemic really hit us hard. And so we have commercial clients.
Mm-hmm.
So before the pandemic hit, I would say we were doing pretty good.
Yeah.
The pandemic hit, all of our clients went home.
Okay.
And so and we're talking about our local government clients,
mm-hmm.
our state clients, everybody went home to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
Our churches weren't in service.
Right.
And so now that we're coming out of the pandemic, people are not back at the office full time. Mm-hmm. So they don't need full-time service.
Gotcha.
They might need 1 or 2 days a week. And what we realized is, for us, because we were still like a small business, a mom and pop, that could not sustain us, and it mm-hmm. couldn't sustain our employees going into somebody's office for just 1 or 2 days a week to collect some trash. And so right now we're in a pivot. And so right now we are thinking about what's next for us. Right. And what does that look like? And so you have not seen The Last of Us. We are waiting on some things to come down the pipe. So, but yeah, it may look a little bit different than painting and cleaning.
Right.
But we will still be in the facility maintenance business.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to switch gears. Now, I don't know. I am bad with words. Is it the Kawe or Kawe?
It's just KAWE.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to make a word out of it.
Yes.
So tell everybody about being the recipient of that. That's an award?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was very honored and blessed and humbled to have that award. It was given by KAWE, and I hope I don't mess that up, but it's the Knoxville Association of Women's Executives.
Okay.
So it's a group of women from across the city, and they come together. They raise money for organizations, but they also give what they call a Lucy Gibson Award. Mm-hmm. And so some very notable women have gotten this award, like Pat Summitt, mayors of Knoxville. And so when I was nominated, I was like, oh,
that's just awesome.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. And community, listen, this says a lot for this woman. That's huge. That's like really big. And you don't. So that shows you that this woman here works hard, because they don't just give that to anybody. This woman has really, she's done a lot in the community, y'all, and we need to give her props. You know what I'm saying? give her props. So, I didn't mean to cut you off on that, because I got excited over that. Because you really do work hard. People really don't know the things that you go through on a day-to-day basis to try to keep these things going, and what you're doing for people, what you're trying to do for organizations. My hat off to you, sister.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But no, I was really humbled by that award, and it's sitting on my table, and it is just a reminder of where God has brought me from and mm-hmm. where He's taken me to. So yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So I want you to give me a breakdown of the what I got, the business developer and the access to capital strategies.
Strategies, absolutely. So I am a business developer, and as part of what we do under the Shora Foundation umbrella, we have a program called the Roots Collective. And the Roots Collective provides economic development for entrepreneurs. And this space actually that we're sitting in right now is a co-working space. We have established this entrepreneurial space in the heart of where Black people are, because we deserve to have development resources in our community.
Right.
It's not that resources don't exist, but they don't exist for us. They don't exist by us. So for me, it's important, because representation matters, that we have equal access to opportunity. And so here we provide technical assistance to businesses. We help businesses start. If businesses are in a growth stage, we help them with that. If they need a mentor, if they need help with some financials. And we put out a lot of sometimes just free resources to people just through like an email or a Facebook post. But yeah, so we develop businesses because we don't want to see businesses just start. We want to see them be sustainable. Black women are starting businesses at a much faster rate than any other group, but are also closing their doors at a much faster rate than any other group because the lack of access to capital, whether that be social capital or financial capital. And so our job is to make sure our businesses see it through.
Oh, that's awesome. I tell you, I had someone to come in, and people always ask me, "Where's your studio?" And I say it's some MLK. And if just to give you an idea, I'm right there in the B&B building. Okay,
that's right.
So so there, the first thing is like, we gonna be in there around lawnmowers, and no, we're not gonna be around no lawnmowers. But here's the thing, people, if you get a chance, I mean, I don't know, maybe. We could talk about doing an open door for the community to come see what you have done to this building. Not only you, but the family.
Yes.
This building here, y'all, is phenomenal. I mean, when I say professional, everything about B&B, Shore Foundation, Root Collective is professional. I don't care where you go, we can put this building up against any building that's in West Knoxville.
Absolutely.
And I'll put my money on it.
Absolutely. Yes. And so back to when you're talking about the open house, we do want to have one in the spring. So we have some work that we need to do on the West Wing. And after that, we want to have an open house and get people in here and show people what we're doing. Because the thing is, this is for the community.
Yes.
I don't need a 20,000 square foot building for me, right? So this is a community space. We want people to say, even if I don't work here, I can still have a meeting here.
Right.
I can still bring the community together here. This is a community space to bring people together because that's what we need.
Right.
And that's what we want to do for the community.
Right. I tell you what, there's a lot of good things going on here, at the Roots Collective. And I tell you what, I will throw some information up on the screen about how you can contact Tanika and the Shore Foundation Encounter with the Roots Collective. Okay, so right now we're gonna go to a commercial, and we'll be right back.
When it's time to mow the lawn or begin a new construction project, contact the services of B&B Lawn Service, a service for all.
Can you say sweet? Sweet. Verdi's baked goods are custom sweet. Now that's sweet. Looking to grow your small business? Contact Tanika Harper. The Roots Collective by Shore Foundation. A entrepreneur extraordinaire.
All right, and we are back. We have Miss Tanika Harper in the house. Give it up for her one more time, y'all. You know, this machine here is pretty awesome. You know, I got so much stuff in it. I've got to really play with this thing, you know, because it's what I say is one of those grown man calls. So, but like I said, if you're just joining us, we got Tanika Harper in the house, and she is a entrepreneur extraordinaire. And I mean, I say that with all joy in my heart. She has like really helped a lot of entrepreneurs, like, you know, to go this way, go that way. And I mean, she's just been a help with me, you know, and I thank you.
Oh, you're absolutely
I thank you. I really do. So I want to get into the conversation of the Roots Collective.
Yeah.
The Roots Collective, hey, man, they doing some big things at the Roots Collective.
We are doing some big things. So here, like if you are just tuning in, you know, the Roots Collective is our co-working space. And it is we have programming around it too, where we provide technical assistance to entrepreneurs. And so we're in that space right now. And we're just growing and we're thriving. Like I said, we're helping businesses start. We're helping businesses grow. And we got a lot of good things coming up for the Roots Collective. I mean, we're having networking events where people are coming and are actually connecting and making money. The whole thing about the Roots Collective is we want to see everybody win. You know, no matter what type of business you have. We want to be there to help you make money and grow and be whoever it is you want to be in your business. Because like we were talking about, it's enough out here for everybody to eat. And so through my entrepreneurial journey, I've been able to acquire some capital, social capital resources. I have a Rolodex of people who can help other people. And so that's what I want to do. I don't want to hoard those resources that I have, you know, that I have been given. I want to be able to share that knowledge and share that resources with others who look like me, so we can all be successful.
That's just a beautiful thing, you know, helping people, you know, in helping, encouraging, you know, it goes a long way. You know, we try to keep all this stuff to ourselves. And I mean, once we leave her, it's gone.
It's gone. I know somebody asked me, you know, in Nigeria, and I know we're going to get to that in a minute, but the question was, when you leave this world, what do you want people to say about you?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want them to say you had a lot of money, you drove nice cars, you had the biggest house on the block? Or do you want them to talk about the impact you made?
Mm-hmm.
And I really thought about that because in the Western society in America, success is equated to material things. Mm-hmm. Like we look at successful people because they have money, they've acquired wealth, they have nice cars, they have a big house. So we look at them and say, oh man, they must be successful. Like I want that, right?
Right.
But how many times do we look at people and say, you know what? I want to be like that. That's success when you can feed people every day and make sure they're not hungry. Mm-hmm. Success is making sure businesses are thriving in the Black community.
Right.
Success is, you know, how many kids are you teaching to read every day? So I think for me, it's just reevaluating what that looks like, right? Yeah. What success looks like. And it's not about what the Western culture tells me success is. Mm-hmm. It's what impact are you making? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make impact here.
Yeah. And I tell you what, y'all are doing an awesome job impacting the community. Community is where it's at, you know. Right, because like really right now, it's like with our youth, like the city of Knoxville, we are there's been programs to try to better our situation in Knoxville, Tennessee, and some that I'm seeing on social media that they're doing some impacting, but we still got ways to go. We still got ways to go, and we're gonna get there. I just believe that. I believe that, and with the Shara Foundation and the Roots Collective, we have to start somewhere, and why not start here? I will encourage you all to reach out to Tanika Harper. We'll put her contact out here shortly, but she is her staff, everything about it. They're doing awesome things.
Yeah, I really, really appreciate that, Kevin. I mean, my thing is, like you said, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? When you're talking about doing this kind of work, whether it's with youth or entrepreneurs. And so we're in it for the long haul. And so we do realize, like, hey, we are going to get there, but it's one day at a time, right? When you're talking about our youth, last year, our gun violence rate among our youth surpassed Chicago per capita. I mean, we were just losing kids after kids after kids in our community, like less than a mile from where you and I are sitting. Actually, to be real, a block from where you and I were sitting.
Right.
And so, but we continue to show up every day, right? We can't run when the fire gets hot.
Right.
And so, and I just want to encourage people who are doing this work, no matter where you are, if you're doing the hard work in under-resourced communities where gun violence might be high, poverty might be high, continue to show up.
Yes.
Because the people, they need you. Yes, you need self-care.
Yes.
Because the work is hard and it's exhausting. And you got to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Because if you're no good for you, you can't be good for anybody else.
Right.
But I just encourage you to keep showing up because your community, no matter where you are, they need you.
Right. Such great encouraging words, guys, I'm telling you, don't let anybody discourage you. If you got somebody that's around you or that's full of negativity, cut them off. Cut them off because it's like a cancer. And so cut that thing off. We have good vibes here.
Yes, we do.
Great vibes. so we're gonna tell us about, Tanika, your Nigeria trip, because it had to be one heck of a trip. I can just only imagine going to Nigeria. You always hear, you need to go back to Africa. Won't you send me?
Write me a check.
Yeah, right.
So, man, it was awesome. The person who left Knoxville, Tennessee on October the 8th was not the same person that came back on October the 22nd.
Look at her.
I spent about 2 weeks there, just shy of 2 weeks. And it changed my whole life. And one of the things, and I, not just being in the motherland, having that experience, connecting with something I feel like we lost through the diaspora it's one thing, right? Because I did my DNA ancestry and I'm actually like 34% Nigerian. So, so that part was personal, just to be like, okay, like I could literally be walking past my cousins right now and not know it. So a part of that was exciting, but also frustrating. Because it was frustrating because of what slavery did to our people. It's like I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm over here sitting in front of my auntie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they can't. So we can trace our ancestry back to Africa, right? They do not know if any of their ancestry were enslaved. So they can't do like the reverse. So if you're sitting over there and you're asking like, hey, do you know if any of your ancestors were enslaved? They don't know. They have no way of knowing that unless there were some stories that have been handed down or told. So there's just huge disconnect between Black people in America and Africans, and it's not a negative disconnect. It's just that we don't know each other. Right. But we are the same.
Right.
We are the same and don't even know each other.
Yeah.
So that was eye opening. But we did some service projects over there that really, really were inspirational because there's poverty everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can go 2 miles down the street and see a tent city and see poverty.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, there's poverty there too. Their poverty looks different.
Mm-hmm.
But the joy that they have in their poverty,
Mm-hmm.
the way that they praised God in their poverty, there was no woe is me
Right.
in their situation.
Right.
I mean, immediately I had to ask for forgiveness and say, how dare I complain about anything?
Wow.
In parts of Nigeria, when you get into the villages, having a toilet is a luxury. So everybody don't have running water.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have a toilet they can flush. As a matter of fact, we had to travel with toilet tissue in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And in some places, if you use the bathroom, you had to leave with your toilet tissue that you used because there was nothing to flush.
Yeah.
You couldn't flush it anywhere. So, but they still praise God and they still are happy in the joy and the dancing and the laughter and the community and the food. It was just like, but I get over here and complain because my KUB too high, or it's just literally. So that kind of was eye opening too. Was transformational. The togetherness and community of Black people there is so real and awesome, and I'm just like, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody encourages people. Like, I was over there for 2 weeks and I felt like I had known some of them my whole life.
Wow.
The way they poured and spoke life into me. They don't know me, but they told me how awesome I was.
Mm-hmm.
They told me how badass I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, man, these people don't even know me.
Yeah.
And they are speaking so much life into me.
Yeah.
The hospitality was great.
Yeah.
I don't know that I paid for much of anything. I mean, just because it was like the hospitality was I have never been treated so well in my entire life.
And let the people know that what she did was not a missions trip.
No, it was not a mission trip.
Not a missions trip.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I went on it was actually a leadership retreat powered by a Black woman who is Nigerian but lives in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So about 25 of us from the United States, Canada, and Nigeria
Mm-hmm.
met up in Lagos, Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a leadership retreat, so we did a lot of self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
But while we were there, we partnered. And when I say partnered, it was truly a partnership. We worked with local schools and organizations to see what the need was.
Okay.
So we didn't just show up and say, oh, we're going to paint. We're gonna read y'all some Bible.
Yeah.
No, because first of all, they already got Jesus.
Yeah.
A lot more than some of us do. Nigeria is a Christian culture.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing that Westerners, we need to stop doing. We need to stop thinking that we're the only ones who are Christians, that we are the only ones who have Jesus.
Right.
And so we partnered with them. And so whatever their needs was, we said, hey, we're going to be there for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what the needs are. Tell us what you want us to do. Bring, we got it. So it was not a missions trip. We really served the community in the way that the community asked to be served.
Okay.
And a lot of it, like I said, was self-reflection. Sometimes when you go to a leadership retreat, you sit in a room full of other leaders and you come up with some goals that you want to do, how you want to be better for other people.
Mm-hmm.
How can you serve better? How can you be a better boss? But this leadership retreat was, how can I be better for me?
Mm.
Yeah. What do I want for me? Not what do I want for my community,
Mm-hmm.
but what do I want for me? And do I have leadership capacity? Do I have the wherewithal to, because with leadership comes pain. Do I have that? Do I have the capacity to take what comes with leadership? this was about self-reflection for me. So I didn't come back with a strategic plan. I didn't come back with 2023 goals. I came back with, how can I be a better me? How can I show up better for me and my family? Because when you do that, then everything else around you naturally falls into place, right?
Right.
When you are a better you, then everything else around you that you touch is also better.
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of deep diving into self.
You know, I strongly believe that you know, being a leader, there's a difference between a leader and a boss. And the boss is more dictatorial, I think, in my own definition or my own thoughts, my own experiences. But a leader is one that has that compassion, that have a certain level of compassion with their employees or the people that they work close with, their partners. You know, I went through something this year as far as we're talking about leadership, where I'm at currently. You know, I wouldn't say it would be a leader, but it would be a boss. That in 2022, I was told that I hate you.
What?
Yeah. So that being said, you know, it's that's a true story. So that's not being a good leader. That's being a boss.
And a bad boss at that.
Yeah.
So because let's make that clear.
Boss.
But I agree with you. I think a boss is a job title. A leader is who you are. Like, if you are you can't choose to be a leader today or not. Like, either you are a leader or you're not, right? I can choose whether or not I want to be a boss. Right, I can demote myself, or I cannot apply for that position.
Yeah.
But all bosses are definitely not leaders.
Yeah.
And you have some leaders who don't have the job title of boss. And so, I just think I'm just saying all that to sum up to say, yeah, I agree with you with that.
Yeah.
You know, a leader is it's a part of you. It's who you are every day.
Yeah.
But a boss is not. And we know that there are some good leaders and some bad leaders too, right?
Yeah.
And so, and you just want to make sure. That's what I asked my daughter. You know, are you a leader or a follower? She said leader, of course. Then I said, okay, now are you a good leader or a bad leader? In which way do you feel like you're leading others?
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to teach our kids, if you feel like you are a leader, just know that you can be leading people down the wrong path.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And not only that though, you asked her was she a leader or a follower, but you know, I used to say this: in order to be a good leader, you've got to be a good follower.
You have to be. Absolutely. You have to be a good follower.
You have to be a good follower. So
because all good leaders also need to be sitting at the feet of someone else learning all the time. Just because learning never stops, right?
It never stops.
It never. I don't care who. Jeff Bezos probably has a mentor, right? He's probably bouncing questions off somebody. He's probably sitting at the feet or sitting in meetings with other people who he would say are his mentor, right?
Yeah.
And so no matter how much money you have, no matter what your job title is, we always have to be following a lesson, following some advice, following somebody, learning. And so, I definitely agree. If you don't have the ability to do that, then I would question if you are a good leader.
You know, that's one of the things that that bothers me, and we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. But that's one of the things that bothers me about professionals, where you get so professional where you feel that you don't need anything as far as you don't need it. Let's just take a musician. I mean, I'm on everybody's stage.
Yes, you are.
I'm on everybody's stage, but I feel like I don't need to practice or rehearse. That just burns me up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So we get to a point to where we just get so high and mighty, and hey, I don't need it. I'm good. I'm good at what I do.
But you know, we live in a world where things are ever changing. Like how we lived before the pandemic, it's not how we live now. Like everything is digital, everything is social media, everything is Zoom. So even if you are just even learning how to pivot with the times, that's still constantly learning, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos started in his garage selling books.
Yeah.
Now he's going to space. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I tell you,
he had to evolve.
I'm telling you, I mean, it's just one of those things where God has ordained the way we're going.
Yes.
And guess what? We have to get with the program.
Gotta get with the program. You'll be left behind. Like literally.
You're gonna be left behind. Well, Tanika, I appreciate you sitting in with me this morning.
It was awesome.
And
thank you so much.
you know, we are looking for more. I don't know if we can put more on Tanika, y'all.
No, do not put more on me. I'm cleaning the plate, not picking it up.
But we're gonna get out of here, and we just thank you again for coming on, and we look forward to you gracing us with your presence again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I have enjoyed my time here.
All right, y'all. You know, so I'm Kevin Overett, and guess what, y'all? Hey, if you need to get in contact with me, hit me up, Kevin Overett 0 at gmail.com. I'm gonna say that one more time for you. Kevin Overett 0 at gmail.com. Yes, I will be getting a phone line soon. And you will be able to contact me that way as well. And as far as your contact information, Tanika, can you give the people how they can get contact with you?
Absolutely. So my email is tharper, THARPER, at Shora, SHORA, foundation.org. tharper at shorafoundation.org. Holla at your girl.
Holla at y'all. Look here. We are out of here, and y'all have a great day.